welcome back. I'm so happy to be back recording and in a great mood. So as you guys know, I took a break from recording and a little bit of a break from social media, and I must say, since my last video, I am in such a great space and I'm working more than full-time, and I'm just really happy with the clarity that has come from this break and all of the introspection I've done. So I just wanted to give a little brief, update before I got into the actual topic of this video, which is people canceling on you and leaving you on red and just dealing with flakiness and flaky people, etc., etc. So, it's finished. I love cappuccinos. Anyway, I thought I still had some more in there. I gotta get some more. Anyway, so yeah, I'm doing better. My life is definitely on a different trajectory presently. Huge paradigm shift, lots of clarity as to where I want to take my life and the things I want to do business wise, and just there's so much clarity. Like, I feel so good. I don't feel purposeless anymore. I don't feel like, what the fuck am I doing here? I actually feel really good, so that's a plus. Now, getting into the title of this video, which is when people like to cancel on you last minute and like not respond to your messages and just flakiness, and what that's a sign of, and how you can kind of just like not deal with that, especially if you notice it's a pattern. I'm not saying that things don't come up and people won't ever be in a situation where they need to cancel something, or I understand, you know what I mean, but I'm speaking specifically, like, for me it was a pattern. Like, every person in my life, you understand, this summer I began noticing, like I was saying, I began noticing that this was a pattern of how people would treat me. And you at some point you have to say, well, damn, is it me? Like, what is this trying to show me? Right? Like, what's going on here? And so that's what has come to my attention this summer. And on the surface, that means that people don't respect you. They don't respect your time. And then now you have to ask, well, why don't people respect my time? Well, because you don't respect your own time. Like, if you don't respect your own time, don't expect nobody else to respect your time. Like, that's just basically these airplanes. Don't expect anybody else to. Okay, so that was one thing I learned. Being overly accessible to people, just not having any structure with your time. I have a schedule now. And basically my schedule entails limited. So, like, for example, I don't keep my notifications on for my social media anymore. I don't keep the notifications on for my text messages. So I'm not feeling the need to respond to notifications until my business is handled, and then I respond to notifications, Instagram DMs, text messages, missed calls, all these things, because that can easily become a distraction, especially with the projects I'm working on now, which I'm so excited about. And it does have to do with my addiction videos that I have up, and I'm taking that project to the next level. So I've been working on that, and there are things that require more structure, more discipline, more. And I need to be in a space where I need my full focus, because I can become highly unfocused. And so I noticed, like, once I structured my time, it's almost like I can feel the shift now, and the types of people I'm attracting, and just how this is going to change the kind of people I bring into my life, how they treat me, how they respect my time, not being so overly accessible to people, handling your business first. And what I notice, for anybody that feels like, they don't have any order, turn your notifications off. I noticed that was a big thing. So now I have specific times each day that I check all my notifications. I do it twice a day. So once in the morning and once in the evening, right before it's me time. So me time starts at 8 p.m. I don't want to be talking to nobody really after 8:30. I'm not taking phone call, like I'm not answering text. I'm not even looking. It's me time. Me time can be working on my creative projects I want to bring forth, recording videos. And when I'm recording videos, I don't want to be disturbed. I don't want people calling me. I don't, so this is why I always tell people, don't just randomly call me, because I do so much with my phone. It's just disrespectful for people to just randomly call you, especially in an age where we have voice notes and voice message and just all these other ways to communicate. Like, if you're calling me, it's because it's an emergency, like right now, like I need to speak to you now. You know what I'm saying? These bugs I got bug spray on, but they're like, anyway. Y'all feel what I'm saying? So, I just want you guys, if you've ever been through something like this, like really start looking at how you treat your own time, because that's what this is tied to. That's what this cyclical people canceling on you, not responding to you. And, a lot of the times, I understand that as adults, especially depending on how busy a person is, they really don't have the time to entertain you, and that's cool. But like, I'm just speaking from the perspective of it being a cyclical thing, like a back-to-back thing that I was noticing that was happening. And it was hard for me to ignore the fact that people felt like they could just do this to me and me not pay attention to what this actually meant. Like, it's really hard to be like, okay, if something is repeatedly happening to you, it's like, okay, at some point, this has to mean that it's me, or it's something that I'm doing. Even if people are being assholes and this, that, and that, okay, that's cool. Like, that's at the surface of it. Or people just not respecting your time. At the end of the day, it still leads back to you and how you're treating yourself, if that makes sense. I rather take things from the perspective of, what am I doing that's allowing, because if you look at your own behavior, right? You look at your own behavior and how you treat someone, or if you ever canceled on someone last minute or something like that, you can be honest with yourself and be like, okay, yeah, I kind of knew this person would be cool with it or okay with it, so I canceled on them because I wanted to do this thing over here, I've done that. So I know what that means. Another thing is, like, if somebody's taking more than like 24 hours to respond to my text message, and especially if it's not something like, nobody is that busy. I remember my mom, rest her soul, the day she said that to me, it's like, you're right, nobody's that busy. We're playing games here, okay? People are playing games, and I'm not one for the games. So if you're taking more than 24 hours to respond to me, or okay, I think a bee just possibly stung me. Okay. Ouch. Okay, so this hurts and I don't really know what to do for this. So let me hurry up and like leave. Let me hurry up and finish this video. But never got stung by a bee before. Can't say I have. But that shit really hurts. Anyway, I done forgot what the fuck I was saying. Oh yeah, if you're taking more than 24 hours to respond to me, it's just like nobody's that busy. Like you can send, like when I'm busy, you know, like if someone's important to me, I'll be like, you know, I'm really busy working, you know, I'll get back to you when I wrap this up. You know, I'm a creative, so there are times where I need to just block everything out. Like I understand all these things, right? But if someone is actually important to me, right, like a friend, my family, whatever, I let them know, like, okay, I might not be able to respond for like the next 2 days or whatever because I really want to focus, blah, blah, blah. Do you see where I'm going with this? Is like, if you're important and you're not going to be that important to everybody, you're just not. And so my whole point of this video is like, I'm not dealing with people anymore that I'm not important to. Like, I'm at a space in life where I have more emotional maturity. Okay, like I have more emotional maturity and I don't need the same level of attention as I once did. That's romantic wise, that's friendship wise. And it's really just because I've gone through all those layers and levels of self-reflection. This shit really hurts. I've gone through all those levels, so I don't need the same level of attention, you know, and I'm so grateful for that. So it's sort of like, if I am going to be spending my time with people, it has to be people that respects my time, because I respect my time too much now at this point in life. You know, I don't need it. You know, I don't. It's nice to have companionship. It's a nice, but I no longer have that void. You know, like I used to be really lonely and really like, you know, oh, you know, I don't have a lot of female friends and all this, but it's like, that's not really the reality we live in. You know, women are so competitive with each other. It's just innate, you know, and it's just like, at the end of the day, you know, I've tried to have friendships with women. I've tried to meet new women in my life as an adult, and it just never pans out into anything. It's just some flaky thing like, oh yeah, okay, you know, we're gonna hang out, and then it's like crickets, and then you never see the person again or hear from them. It's just like ghost time. And it's just like, okay, I'm tired of expunging all of this energy for it to not go anywhere when I'm actually fine. Like, I have a therapist. That's what a therapist is for. If I need to vent or get some shit off my chest, I have a therapist, I have a journal. Like, they're getting paid to listen to my problems. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't need to, I'm just so grateful for the space I'm in now. You know, I have self-love. I love myself. So I don't really need anybody else to love me. And at one point, especially if you look in my video history, there was a time where I felt that void of like, damn, this disconnect from people, and feeling like I wanted that connection. But that's because I didn't have self-love. And when I would hear people talking about self-love, it would drive me fucking crazy. It would get on my nerves, because I'm just like, we all need, you know, connection. But at the end of the day, it's just like, I found that connection somehow within myself through evolving and, you know, all the things I've been through. And so I'm grateful that I can now reproduce that feeling for myself. So it's no longer a me needing to search externally for it. I wouldn't trade this for $1 million. I'm dead serious. Okay. Literally, I wouldn't trade this for $1 million. So that's the place I'm at presently, you know. So I'm grateful I wish that you all reach the space of self-love soon. It's a beautiful place to be in, because you will be miserable if you are looking to other people to love you and fill that void for you. You will be searching forever. You will be in pain always. I say you need to start searching for that within, because at least looking for it within, you have a chance of getting some kind of happiness at some point in this life. So people are being flaky with you if you can't seem to, have friends for whatever reason, or, because life has just gotten really hard for a lot of people. People are working 80 hours a week. People got families. Like, it's almost like people just don't even have the actual time anymore. It's like when they're not at work, they want to sleep, or they're trying to see their man, or whatever. It's like we all need to find, especially single people or people who are not, like, you have to find that within yourself, and you can't allow other people to disrespect your time, because you got to respect your own time. Like I said, I'm going to keep saying it, because that's only going to manifest in your life of people disrespecting your time, or feeling like, well, this person is going to say it's okay. And I used to be like that. Oh, it's all right. I understand, being so understanding. Like, no, fuck that. You cancel on me, I'm going to show you that there are repercussions for wasting my time. I don't even know if that's harsh or if that's what that is, but I have to try something different, because like I said, this has been cyclical in my life. Cyclical. I'm not doing it no more. You cancel on me, you leave me on red. Imagine if you send a message to somebody and they don't respond. Imagine if you stood in front of a person and was talking to them and they just stood there like this. You're talking and they're literally just staring at you. How long would it take before you say, this is a waste of time, I'm going to walk away? I'm being very real, because people think that just because it's a digital, forum, that you can just do whatever you want. Like, I can just ignore you. Like, it's easier to ignore someone or not respond to someone if they're not in your face. I see it the same way. If you leave me on red, that means you don't want to respond to me, or don't care to respond, or it's not important. Like, what else does it mean? You understand what I'm saying? Like, what else does that mean? So when people do that now, I walk away. That's it. Like, this is no longer going to be a one-sided conversation for me. Like, I respect and love myself too much, to just allow certain things anymore. And I hope that you all find, okay, it's time to go. I'm not trying to get stung anymore. But I hope that you all find it in your life to love yourself. Okay. It took me years to get here. Okay. Lots of self-work. You can watch my videos on that. So you all be well. I'm doing great. I'm doing a lot better. Your girl is doing so much better, so much more clarity. And I really wish the same for you. Ta-da!